with Brent and Patty, where the fun and laughs are never chatty. Raise your glass, it's time to cheer. Brent and Patty are finally here. Funny finds and events so snappy. Join the fun, let's get happy. Brent might derail, go off the track, but Patty's here to bring him back. A Brent might come, oh what a sight. Rants and laughs, it's pure delight. Raise your glass, it's time to cheer. Brent and Patty are finally here. Funny finds and events so snappy. Join the fun, let's get happy.
Welcome to the NightCap with Brent and Patty, the birthday girl.
It was yesterday.
Well,
Today's Mom and Dad's anniversary.
oh, that is right.
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. Well,
Happy 66th.
happy anniversary to Doug
Anniversary.
and Kathy.
Excuse me.
All right. Yes. Lauren and Michael want to do an episode again.
That would be awesome.
Well, here's what. Okay. I'm gonna say this for the record.
Okay.
Okay. So we're taking some summertime off again, the same as we did last year. We
Yep.
enjoyed it. We weren't here where it was so bloody hot.
Mm.
And if you guys want to do an episode, Lauren and Michael, go ahead. And I'm going to say this as lovingly as I can. It's your show. So, figured it.
I mean, I don't mind prepping it for
Nope. See, you killed it right there. You killed it right there. We're taking time off, but you're going to work. Here you go, baby. Here you go. I wrote down everything. You just say these words. So we're doing July and August.
Yep.
So we'll be here for the whole month of June. Then we'll take July and August off because it's right now. It's hot in this room. It's already starting to heat up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and fans are a lot of friggin' noise.
Well, it's too
on
noisy
this.
for low
Plus,
mic.
it's I do have some
Maureen.
things. Hey, Maureen, and hello to Becky and Ken, and Michael and Lauren and James, everybody.
And James, who only said hi to Dad.
So anyway, let's get to what we're drinking because I could ramble for 14 frickin' days. We all know this. I'm well aware of who I am.
That's right, Dolly. I do.
So, Mom's always got my back.
Always.
Oh. All right, so we'll leave that up on there for a second. I seriously think that with the way I'm going to do this is one at a time.
Sure.
I can reuse the ice.
Oh, yeah.
But while you guys are writing that down or taking a screenshot or pretending to care. I'm going to make a drink. Okay, so... Okay, an ounce of that. There's my ounce.
Pardon me.
We need to get one of those mats and put it right
Yes,
there.
I mentioned that to you last week. We needed to do that.
Yeah, I'm just sort of agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I understand. It would be a good idea. Because they're great.
Kenny says, we care.
This is we shit. I gave birth to him, not you.
Well, it's just saying to care. Jeez, calm down. Lord, Linda. Okay, half ounce of cinnamon schnapps. Okay, that's that. I need to get a half ounce because this is not measured here. I don't know if that one.
Which one do you?
No, that's a front. None of them.
Oh, that doesn't show a half ounce.
It doesn't show
oh,
the half
okay.
ounce, so we need to work on that.
Yes.
I mean, I can guess it.
I'll have to look for one. I think they have a lot of different ones.
Half ounce of butterscotch.
That we can
which is
find.
right here.
It looks delicious.
It does look really good. Yeah, I think it's going to be tasty.
Hello, Christina. Haven't seen you in a while.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome. I like seeing the recipe, but we can't see you prepare. Okay. I knew there was a chance that was going to happen. So now that I've left that out on the screen, I will
Just move it
bring
over
this
there.
over here.
There you go.
Where was I at though? Oh, now it's apple cider. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the
Hang on.
cinnamon one, right?
What's that?
You just
No.
put it. You just put it in the cinnamon not one.
Butterscotch
Oh, you
liqueur.
put it. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get me confused.
No, sorry. I just looked at the one.
I
below.
can confuse myself quite easily. So let's just stick with that.
Right.
It says apple cider. We weren't putting the big money into a giant container of apple cider.
Yeah.
So we're just using apple juice.
Oh, did you want the
It's a little.
skinny stuff?
No.
Okay.
We don't need the skinny. We've already got it full of sugar. So.
Yeah. I just
Okay,
meant
dash of
flavor-wise.
vanilla and an apple wedge or cinnamon. Okay, so we combine that. Okay, I'll put the dash of.
Sploosh.
Oh shit! This one's Patty's. Oh, son of a beach nut! I could have made 2 in there, but anyway,
Oh,
it is what it is. It's not going to look exactly like that because I don't have the apple cider.
right.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah. So it counts.
Very satisfying pour. I'm impressed.
Does it smell good?
That smells amazing. Now, do you actually want some whipped cream in there or no?
No.
Okay, do you want the dash of cinnamon on
Sure.
top? Okay. See, I knew you weren't. I knew you wouldn't do it. Okay, so there you go.
Oh, that does smell good.
Okay, so let's do one more. Set that on there, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Less mess. Oh, I'm full of good ideas. I'm full of something. Okay, so, all right. So, now I'm going to make up mine. It's an ounce of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cinnamon schnapps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butterscotch liqueur.
I like your food pour.
1, 2, 3. Listen, you. Come back here. Apple cider. Okay. There we go. Awesome. And vanilla. Let's see if I can't get it right. Whoop! Got about the same amount. Frank. Okay. Hey, Shelly. Hey,
Shelley.
Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
Would Joe's apple pie be a good substitute? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any of that in the house at all.
Right.
Okay.
Another word.
Okay. So. I'm going whole hog. And for anybody that goes, that's not really whipped cream, it's close enough.
Right.
And I like it.
Costco special.
Yeah. I gotta test it though, make sure it's good. That's so good. That went all squirrely.
It did.
Alright, well, whatever.
Fine.
Oh, it's because there was a little bit that dried
Oh,
on the
okay.
side.
Gotcha.
Oh, you like that? Best album they ever did. I know it's controversial, but
Not coming out?
it is, but I don't want like 6 tons of it.
No.
Come on, man.
Work with me here.
That's going to have to be enough because I know if I tap that any harder,
You'll have a whole bunch.
I'm going to get...
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Down the hatch.
Oh, that's quite nice.
That is very nice. I like that. I like it a lot.
That's a nice ball.
I'm going to do one thing, though, because I'm going to end up with...
Yeah, a mess. On your face.
I'm just going to stir that right in. No, it won't come out.
Oh, okay.
It'll sit there in the bottom of the glass, and I don't want to waste it, right?
Well, no. Okay.
Is that better? You're gonna kill me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll stop.
Jeepers. Hey.
If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. That just makes it better. It makes it like a float
creamier.
consistency. Yeah. All right, down the hatch. I'm finishing this.
That's good stuff.
That is so good. Christina says one more. You trying to get me killed?
Can't see the comments.
One of their concerts. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. Absolutely love Def Leppard. But,
Yeah, me too.
again, as much as Hysteria was their giant album, it's got a bunch of great songs on it, and I love that album. But Pyromania,
Oh, yeah, such good stuff.
Pyromania is better. That's just my opinion. They're
We
still
listened
raw.
to the
They're
shit
still
out of that.
hungry.
Yeah.
They wrote that album going, man, I hope this works.
Yeah.
And
Good
it
stuff.
was like, okay, we need to get into the sort of the pop side of things so we can get on
Yeah.
the radio and we can get well known. And it's really, really good.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
A lot of people don't know that Hysteria was modeled off of Thriller. Because how many songs were released off of Thriller that just went
Right?
right to the top 10 or number 1 or whatever?
Right.
And when they sat down to write that album, the producer said, we're going to do this exactly the same as Michael Jackson. We are going to write hits, and then we are just going to keep releasing them. Until
They did,
and
too.
it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. They went from most people know Def Leppard to everybody on the planet.
New Def Leppard.
Pour some sugar on me. Like everybody knows who that is,
Right.
or at least they know the song. And they, oh, who is that? That's Invisible Lion. All right, so let's close that and let's get on with the show. Quit rambling. But that's what they come here for. Not really. All right, so that was called Grandma's Secret Pie. For those that didn't actually read the screen, or anybody that is not able. I was told by somebody who's currently watching the show that sometimes she listens to the show. So when I read what's on the screen or explain what's being seen or whatever, it makes it easier. I don't want to call anybody out because it was sometimes I'm working and just listening, so they can't see the screen. So, and if that person chooses to out themselves, that's fine. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
So, because I used to think, should I really be reading this stuff? And no, apparently it is good for some people. Your mom would be one of them because she can't see everything. So yeah. So I'll continue to do that. Let's go to Friday Feels. Bloop. That's some amazing moments. I love the title.
Oh, that was cute.
One was submitted by Lauren and the other one by James. That's cute.
Yeah.
She is such a cute little fluff nugget.
She is.
Yeah.
She's the fluffiest.
Becky says, that's true, LOL. Michael hit me with a do it again.
Of course he did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got his back. But
Yeah.
He likes to torment me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Treadbird.
what else do you expect?
I know, but I love him.
We've got a Pattyism for this week,
my
as
baby.
usual. Honestly, nobody wants a better smartphone. Everybody wants their cat to live to be like 60. Get your priorities straight, science. Okay, so that's counterproductive to the job that I actually do.
That's why I thought it was, it was funny.
Just saying. And some of us out there actually do want a better smartphone. I feel that I have a pretty darn good one. I'm looking around for it going, where's my phone? And I plugged it in because it was at 39%.
I'm quite happy with my phone.
Yeah. We are going to have to be for a while.
It's okay.
It weren't cheap.
No.
But technically...
But you know how I run things. I run until they fall apart.
But technically, you had your original one for almost 2 years, and then they gave you a brand new one because extended warranty frickin' works. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep.
It was well worth it. It's a $3,000 phone if
Right.
you're going to have to replace it, or $130 for your deductible.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's
Right.
a no-brainer.
And it's $200. So I mean, you're still paying like $330 in total by the time you buy the plan and then pay the deductible to send it
It's
away.
worth it.
Right, it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. Worth every single penny, especially for something new like that.
Yeah. Well, and it's great because I can see it a lot better. Especially when I have my glasses on.
And I love when we're out somewhere and people who aren't aware of what phones do now, when you open it up and people go, "Did you just open your phone?" Yeah, and then you close it back up and go, "Yeah, it's the Samsung." How does it do that? Like their minds just go.
I do it on purpose that often.
Yeah, I know you do. Hanging out with me too much.
Yeah.
We're going to Brennism for this week as well. Imagine if Bob Ross and Gordon Ramsay had swapped professions. This chicken is raw, but it's okay. We can cook it a little bit more. It'll be our secret little accent. Does this tree look freaking happy to you? Does it?
I saw that.
I don't do a very good.
Definitely Brent.
I don't do a very good Gordon Ramsay. But that's as close as I'm going to get. Yeah. But swapping those in your head.
I know, right?
A big afro in the kitchen.
I came across that and I said, Brent.
No, just put that back on. Cook it a little bit longer. It's fine. It's just a happy little accident. Yeah. Somebody got listeria. It's just a happy little death.
Right.
And for what you're reading, I like big books and I cannot lie. And is that actually the song written out on the bottom?
I forgot to bring. Oh, sure, yeah.
I got to get it bigger than that.
Yeah, they did. I meant to go and look at it.
I like big books and I cannot lie. You other readers can't deny when a good book walks in with a good plot base and a big spine in your face, you get sprung. Want to get out your notepad because you notice that book was dense. Deep in the book I'm reading, I'm hooked and I can't stop speeding through. Baby, I want to get that literature. And I'd love
an
author signature. My teachers try to train me, but that book you've got makes me so brainy. Library got books.
That's awesome.
That is so well done. That's good stuff.
That is good. That's very clever.
It is. It's
they
super
put some
clever.
thought into that.
Yeah. I want to hear somebody sing it, though.
That'd be cool.
All right. And for this week's Shit or Get Off the Pot, we actually have doors that we could figure out. So, for the sitters and for the shooters. It's so good. And I love the little cartoon characters. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I hope that's not just like a mock-up. I hope that's actually on a door somewhere. That's the thing is sometimes these pictures don't come with details.
No, but there was actually, when you pull back, there's actually floor there. It was...
Okay, so it's an actual thing. It's not like a rendering that somebody made or whatever. All right. And the graffiti for the suite is so good. I don't know where you find it, and I don't care. Notice, please do not flush anything in toilets other than toilet paper. Thank you. Written in pen. What should we do with the poop?
I laughed out loud when I saw that.
Somebody that works there had to have walked in like 10 minutes after that Joker went, all right, well, what do we do with the shit? And looked at it and just burst out laughing.
Probably.
They had to have, because that's funny. I don't care what anybody says. It's toilet humor. And it's funny.
Yeah. For sure.
Golly. All right, we need to get to the birthday club here.
Yep.
All right. So that guy right there, I think most people that have watched The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine know that that's it's Colm Meaney. Is that the proper pronunciation?
Colm Meaney, something like that.
So he's 72 years old today. He was born in 1953, and of course, like I said, he was in Star Trek and Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and many other TV and movie roles. Yeah. He pops up every now and then. Great actor, did a fantastic job.
He did. I really liked his character.
Yeah, sort of filling the role of Scotty from the original.
Yeah.
But doing it in his own way.
Exactly.
And he really did well. Another favorite in our household, that is Mark Sheppard, of course known as Crawley from Supernatural. He is 61 years old today. He was born in 1964. He was in Firefly as well. He was in Doom Patrol. He's been in other TV and movie roles. But for people that watch Supernatural, he will always be Crawley.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
love Crowley.
yeah.
At first, you think...
Or Crowley. I always say that wrong.
Yeah, at first, you weren't too sure how to take him, but then as he got into the role, it was like, nah, he's awesome.
Well, I think it was another one of those things.
But we like his acting anyway.
I think it was another one of those things where he wasn't really meant to be there long term.
Yeah. And everybody loved him so
But
much.
everybody loved him, and they're like, okay. So then, of course, they had to start softening him up a little bit
Yeah.
so that he wasn't always just this huge villainous ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another favorite in our house, because we absolutely love the Goldbergs, and I swear that his line in that show when things went sideways was balls, and I'm sure that's what he's in the middle of saying right there. That's Sean Gambrioni.
I'm not sure how to pronounce
That's
it.
how we're going to pronounce it.
Yeah.
He was born in 1999. I feel a million years old now, so he's 26 years old today.
Right.
He was, of course, in the Goldbergs. He was the voice of Yamulak on Solar Opposites. He was in the Kim Possible movie, and he's done a bunch of other voice work, but he was so good in the Goldbergs.
Yes.
So good. The kid, he's a good actor.
He is.
He did well. We enjoyed it anyway. So happy birthday to two old guys and a young guy. all fan favorites in our household.
Right.
Now get off my screen. All right. I saw some comments flicking by. Con Air, my favorite movie he was in. My oldest daughter wants to open a bookstore in Woodstock. Ah, cool. What did Becky say? Oh, Becky says she's working now. Okay, I didn't out her. Just that she did that on her own. Did you hear Loretta Swit passed away?
Yes,
No.
I saw that this afternoon. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, Hot Lips.
Yep.
I was watching. I was going to have a nap the other day, and
That's Dust Lips.
one of my go-to. What's that? What's that?
No, she does lips.
Stop it. One of my go-to nap shows is MASH, because you can turn it down low.
Yep.
And just all familiar voices.
Yep.
And you can just drift off to sleep. And then you wake up and MASH is on. I mean, that's the best wake up to ever.
There's something going on.
Right, exactly. And one of them was Burns stole a gun from some guy that was in. Anyway, he lied to Houlihan and said that he had called.
Yes,
I brought it from home. It's like an old friend, and she was all like hot and horny. She's like, "Oh, Frank, I didn't know that you were a gun owner. Oh, it's gorgeous," because it was all chrome plated. Yeah. And she grabs it and looks at it, and she reads off the model number, and it's a Colt 45. And she's like, "Dad had one just like this. Oh, Frank." And she gives him the big gun. He's grinning from ear to ear like, yeah. And then, of course, she finds out that he stole it when the whole camp is looking for it. Because if they don't find it, then poor Radar O'Reilly is going to end up in the stockade.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Just the writing was so good on that show.
It was. It really was.
And like I said, you can drift off to MASH. You can wake up to MASH and be like, yay. Because I need my old man naps. I know I can feel them coming on.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, it's time. Yes, sir. Well, that's too bad. I wonder how old she was.
She was 80 something.
Wow. That's the thing is you don't see.
I want to say 87, but
I picture her in my mind's eye as Hot Lips Houlihan.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
In MASH, right?
Yeah.
And when you say she's 81, I'm like, she doesn't look like that anymore.
No. Natural causes.
Well, I mean.
At least she didn't suffer.
I think they said she died in her sleep, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
That's right. Just go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, 87. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
That's what I thought I'd read.
So now it's time. We've delayed it long enough. It's everybody's stomach's favorite part of the show. This is a really good one because we don't have a lot of information, so I'm going to make some up. I do have the name of that particular dish, and that is from the Nice and Easy Family Cookbook in 1987. There is nothing easy about that.
No.
And that is called the Imperial Rice Mold. First of all, that looks like dog food.
Yeah. That
I'm
looks
not
horrendous.
gonna lie.
The only decent part is what's on top.
Yeah, but it's tainted by the fact that whatever
It's
that
sitting on
crap
that
is on the
mess.
bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The sacrifice ritual will start shortly. Ritual will start shortly after the Jello lava spews. Throw the virgin into the.
She'll bounce.
If she doesn't bounce, it's going to be a good harvest this year.
Yeah.
Oh, frig. If she does bounce, it's going to be dismal. Honest to Pete. Patty tried to find the actual recipe so we would have ingredients and stuff, but she couldn't find it. She's got some tricks that she uses that work quite well. This time it didn't work, but it was interesting enough to be able to.
Yeah,
So,
make fun of it.
so that an alternate name for that, just by looking at, would be dog food surprise.
Mhm, yeah.
Surprise! I'm feeding you dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it just.
It just looked horrible.
Bleh.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And it says imperial rice mold. I didn't really see anything that resembled rice.
Yeah, it's in there
I mean,
somewhere.
rice pudding is a thing, and it's really good. But I don't think that's it.
Oh, unless they put some of that in it, I don't know.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's gross.
I'm good. Christina said it actually looks like evidence of dirty yeast infection.
Oh, gross. Yeah.
Maureen says every episode of MASH was pure gold. Absolutely.
Yeah. For
Absolutely.
Sure. It stands it as a dime.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
They stand up. There are times that some things get said that some folks. I mean, I grew up watching it, so there would be some folks that would be like, "Yeah, that's a little cringy." But you have to take
But that was the time.
right. You have to take the era
Yeah.
that the show takes place in, for
Right.
starters.
Yeah.
And then you have to take the era that it was on TV in, which was
Huge day.
entirely different.
Right?
And not to make excuses,
No.
but it existed.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everybody always did the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see anything there that's cringeworthy. But again, I watched the original. If I
Yeah.
were watching it with young eyes, I might be
Yeah.
like, they're just constantly chasing the nurses. Well, I mean, they catch the nurses, and the nurses seem to be fine with being caught. So where's the cringe part?
Right?
Right? Nobody.
Well, I mean,
Nobody was forcing
there's
themselves.
plenty of scenes where the nurses are just as
Right? Just as randy as the guys are. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so, I mean-
Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's not get into a philosophical debate. So before we do interesting AF, so we had Coldstream, what are those things called?
chili pop.
Chili Pops. We had them on the show.
It was
They
on
have-
last week, I think.
was it last week? They have hit the liquor store. It is a wonderful time to be alive. I've said this before because the liquor store gives out samples. We
Oh,
sampled
yes.
all three of them. Not full cans, just little sips. So they've got chili pop. I think it's like Red Rocks and
Yeah.
something blue. Anyway, there's a blue, there's a white, and there's a red. And it's basically blue freezy, red freezy, white freezy.
Yeah.
Those are the exact flavors.
Yeah.
The white one, in our opinion, is the best. I had one of the blue
I
ones.
always love the white freezies.
I know, so good. I had one of the blue ones before the show. We picked up 2 cases. Patty's like, well, probably one would do. I'm like, this stuff is going to go fast. We're buying 2 right now.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have, I think they only had like 3, maybe 4 cases on the shelf.
Oh, that's all they had.
It's
Oh, okay.
it's not going to be gone as long, and it's going to be gone. So if you
Yes,
want
true.
some, I would get there now. They are $36, and it
49
was
cents.
how many? It's
$36.49.
and it's 12 cans.
Yes.
So, really not any worse than any other flavor thing. And there's no sugar. There's no
Yeah.
sugar in it. For people like myself that's trying to limit that. That drink tonight had tons of sugar in it. So
Yes.
I wouldn't be making that all the time.
No.
But for if you want a good summery drink, I would put that right on ice.
Yes, that would be good on ice.
And
Yeah.
pour, might throw a little extra vodka in there. It is a vodka soda.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic. The
Yeah, we
flavor
like it.
was, and there's no coloring in it.
No,
It's just clear.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't care.
that's not their color.
No, exactly. So get some and try it. All right. And 40 Creek.
Oh,
This one definitely has sugar in it.
yeah.
It's
I'm okay with that.
cinnamon roll liqueur, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's reminiscent of Bailey's.
Yeah.
But it is a liquid cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
They gave us that as a sample too.
Yeah. That's gonna be good in my
Just
coffee.
go hang out at the liquor store all day long and wait for them to hand out samples.
Right?
Speaking of sugar, zero sugar Minute Maid is the bomb. Yes.
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 Yeah.
That stuff is
We need to
fantastic.
smell the pineapple juice.
Yes, we need to get the lemonade
Yes.
to see because so Minute Maid has a zero sugar juice.
Yeah.
It's lemonade, strawberry lemonade, pink lemonade, and
There's peach.
pineapple. No, there's no peach.
No.
There's 4.
Well, there was a peach
Nope,
as well.
I didn't see any peach ones.
Maybe
there.
that's in the other brand.
That could be.
Yeah.
And they again, if you're looking for mix this summer that you're not adding sugar, so you can have a drink. This Minute Maid stuff, it tastes
It's
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So Kenny
Yeah.
must have stopped and picked some up. What do they use for sugar substitute?
I'm not sure.
The Coldstream is.
Is it aspartame?
I read it. No, what's the other one?
Sorbitol?
Nope. I don't think there's any sugar sweeteners in the juice. It is juice concentrate.
Okay.
And there's no I don't know what the magic is. I just know it works, but they don't have any. You can tell there's no sweetener.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of tartness there. It's not
But
overwhelming.
it's not, yeah, it's not.
The only one that made you pucker up was the pink lemonade.
Yeah. But then you and Michael really love your lemonade.
Right.
And I like some.
And
I like that fuzz lemonade. That stuff was good.
The iced tea.
Yes, our iced tea
Yeah.
lemonade. I don't want
But yeah,
lemonade.
you could put those two together and make
Yeah.
like a Long Island iced
Sure you
tea
could.
type. Oh, that'd be really good. The Freezy drinks. I looked at it because I
can't remember.
I knew somebody was going to ask me that, but it is a sugar substitute.
Yeah.
They're not overly sweet, so it's not a whole lot.
No, you don't notice it like you do with some drinks.
Let's see if I can find it.
There it is, dear.
Oh, right there. Does it say here though?
If you go back out and go to the Coldstream page, it probably will.
Here?
Yeah.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Yeah, Blue Blast, Wild White, and Red Rush. It does not say.
It doesn't? I'm surprised.
It might if I could bring that picture up bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Just put.
Whoops. I love how you start typing stuff, and I put in what is because I want to put what is the sugar substitute.
Yeah.
And Google goes, I put what is Google happening? What's happening? No, I just want. What is a subscription? Oh,
Shapers. So desperate to be right.
and I can't see the keys.
You forgot to put sugar substitute.
Well, I figured that Google would figure it out.
Apparently not.
All right, whatever. There's a can in the kitchen. I'll look at
We'll
it.
look at it later.
Hate the taste from the substitutes. I'm telling you.
This one didn't have that.
Listen,
We did notice it anyway.
You can't buy them single, so
No.
you will have to buy a case. But have you tried the body armor drinks? Body armor?
I've heard of that.
I don't think so. Is it at the liquor store? That's the question. I'll get them to try it. Open that. Actually, most stuff they said
They're
this one
very
day,
good
If
that
there's
way.
anything you want to try, let us know.
Yeah.
I think there's a few things they can't.
Right.
But for the most part, if it's like a flavored thing, they'll be like, yeah, no, we can open that up and you can try it. They're fantastic. It's a
Yeah,
lovely time
I
to
love
be
them.
All right, let's go to Interesting AF because we're going to be way over. Way over. All right. So that's the rat that I was hoping. No alcohol. Nah, I'm out. I got to go to my notes. We could add our own.
Yeah.
Search and rescue rats. This was submitted by Lauren, as a matter of fact. Buildings don't collapse very often, But when they do, it's catastrophic. Is that? My brain's telling me I'm saying that wrong. Shut up, brain. For those trapped inside. Natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes can level entire towns. And for the search and rescue teams trying to find survivors, it's a painstaking task. But an unlikely survivor is being
Savior.
trained. Sorry?
Savior, not survivor.
Okay, yeah, right. Rats are helping. Next, let's go to the project conceived by a Belgian nonprofit, APOPO.
A popo.
But do we have what that stands for? Then why have it there? Is kitting out rodents with tiny high-tech backpacks to help first responders search for survivors among rubble in disaster zones. Okay, so for starters, that's going to come way ahead because we're there we go. Boop. So he's on a leash.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like it.
He's attached to the clothesline.
Just like you. You're a rat. Rats are typically quite curious and like to explore, and that's the key for search and rescue, says Donna Keene, a behavioral research scientist and leader of the project. In addition to their adventurous spirit, their small size and excellent sense of smell, rats make perfect for locating things in tight spaces. You missed a word.
No, you did, Darwin. Their small size and excellent sense of smell make the rats perfect for locating things.
Oh, look at that. It was me. Hardly ever happens. The rats are currently being trained to find survivors in a simulated disaster zone. They must first locate the target person in an empty room, pull a switch on their vest, triggers a beeper, and then return to base where they're rewarded with a treat. I mean, food's the great motivator, right?
Right.
While the rodents are still in the early stages of training, a puppo is collaborating with Eindhoven?
Something like that.
Eindhoven University of Technology to develop a backpack which is equipped with a video camera, two-way microphone, and locating transmitter to help first responders communicate with survivors. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Although if you're scared of rats, it's going to be slightly terrifying.
Yes, but if
And
you see the equipment on them, you may be more
I don't know. You're in a building.
curious enough to
You're
be
in a
like,
building that just collapsed and a rat comes over and he's got a camera on him. You're going to think you're hallucinating.
true.
Oh my land, I've died. Together with the backpack and the training, the rats are incredibly useful for search and rescue. In 2006, they started testing the rats on minefields in Mozambique, a country at the time was one of the worst affected by landmines. Thanks mainly to a civil war that ended in 1992. Since then, they've cleared the country of 6,693 landmines. Wow. 29,934 small arms and ammunition, and 1,087 bombs. It's on track to clear Mozambique of landmines by the year's end. Mine detecting rats take 9 months to a year to train. The rats are socialized when they are 4 weeks old, so they're comfortable working with humans. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Well, and it said they're a lot cheaper and easier to transport and get into small places than it is the
Absolutely.
dogs they were using.
And they would be, I would think, light enough. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty groovy.
Well, and then they have simulations they set up, and they have,
That's, yeah.
and some of the training for search and rescue has been completed,
Okay.
and with great success. They still have a few more training modules to go through before they're
Nice.
complete, but they should be ready within the next
And they,
little while.
I was thinking at first about the landmines, and I'm like, well, that's not fair. What if one of them goes off? I'm like, they would probably be light enough.
It wouldn't set it off.
They could find it and then be
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, there's something here.
Yeah.
And they could pull them back and,
Yeah.
you know.
They're probably being trained to not touch it.
Yeah. Just find it and
Yeah.
then squeak.
Yeah.
It's pretty clever and it makes sense, but yucky. I think I'll take my chances with yelling. It would be worse if they can talk through it. You'd look over, see the rat, and then it starts talking to you. You know, I'm dead for sure.
Yeah. The nice thing about that, though, you can tell them who you are if you're conscious.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
what type of injury that you are certain you have on the go.
Yeah, my leg's trapped or my arm's
Yeah.
trapped or
Yeah,
you know,
bleeding, a head wound, or
is this real?
yeah, it's a real
Please,
person.
please explain to me what the hell is going on.
So I can know who else is still
Yeah.
within the rubble.
Well, and with the
and
transmitter,
give the family hope. Like,
well, yeah, with the transmitter, they'd be like, okay, they're here,
Yeah.
and they'd probably have a better chance of figuring out, okay, we need to secure
ping it
this
on a
area.
map and-
Yeah,
yeah.
right, exactly. No, that's pretty
Yeah.
darn cool. I know what's up. Do you know what's up?
I know it's up.
Your order's up. All right. So that cute-looking little house is Periwinkles at Beach Street Inn in St. Martin's, New Brunswick. Periwinkles is is the restaurant at the Beach Street Inn. The culinary team uses locally sourced ingredients for a farm-to-fork New Brunswick dining experience. Expect warm and casual atmosphere with seating options in the mansion or outside under the stars in the patio with fire tables. Ingredients are sourced from purveyors throughout New Brunswick, milk, cream, and butter from Sussex, vegetables from farms throughout the province, as well as seasonally foraged foods. So, hold on, scroll properly.
Mhm.
We got to get some more pictures because this place looks like it's
It looks really
nice.
nice.
It does.
Yeah, I have to go there sometime.
Yeah, for sure. That has got to be bacon wrapped scallops, and
Yeah.
I am all in.
Right? And
I
the little
love that.
potatoes.
Right?
Yummy.
Potatoes.
It's either that or mushrooms, I couldn't tell.
Nah, it's potatoes. We're gonna say they're potatoes now.
Sure.
They look like tiny potatoes.
They do
It's,
look-
it's New Brunswick. They got to
Right.
be potatoes.
It gotta be.
Right. That is a really cool space.
I know.
They've done a really good job decorating it
Yeah.
as well. But the food.
I
Look
know.
at that.
The nice seafood chowder.
Fish is from their own dock and farm raised beef, chicken, and pork round out the menu options. Their coffee is crafted just for the Beach Street Inn. You will love the lattes and a good old cup of coffee. Henry's Bar is a new village favorite, serving soft craft cocktails with a maritime flair, local brews, and an impressive selection of individually curated wines. Come hang out where the stories are bold and told, and some are even true. Look at that lava cake.
I know.
mean, come on. And that's cool, the little fire table.
Right? And then when you go back to the first picture, you can actually see those tables are outside.
Oh, okay.
It's all those.
Let me see here. If I do this right, it'll just pop up. Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that before.
Which is a really neat idea too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is as long as it's not buggy.
Right?
That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Nice little ambiance
Yeah.
if it's
But you take like
Bug-free.
spring and fall and that type of thing, where
well,
it's a little,
and
it's
there's
a
a
little
lot of
cooler.
mulch and stuff, so it might be less bugs.
Yeah, true. True.
A lot of trees,
And it's right here in the Maritimes.
right?
I mean, that's
Not very far away.
right. Exactly. We got to hit some of these places.
We do.
Hit them. Come over here. I'll smack you and then put you on my shoulder. All right. It is time to go. Oh, it's time to speed up. It's 1:45. It's time to go on a road trip. Click the button, Brent. Oh, there we go. That is not in New Brunswick.
No.
That is Romola Bay in
Gozo Malta.
Gozo, Malta. Okay, perfect. So we got that out of the way. I'm not going to say that again.
That's okay. Don't
The tiny island nation of Malta has plenty of unspoiled, highly secluded beaches to explore. But Romola Bay is particularly special. The name translates into red beach, but the sand is more of a ruddy persimmon color. And it's not enough to get you. If that's not enough to get you to pop by, the tiny orange granules cover up ancient Roman ruins, making it an excellent stop for a history buff. Let's get some more pictures because this place looks freaking amazing. Like, hello.
So pretty. Look at the water. How pretty.
Right? Like it looks orange.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, and you're there for the blue, so
I think for the
perfect.
sand and the shells.
Right?
And the rocks.
Like, that doesn't even look like a real photo.
I know. So pretty.
That is really, really cool. They clearly must have the umbrellas for rent.
Oh,
Because there's
lovely.
no way that many people showed up with exactly the same
Right?
colors. If a relaxing dip in warm Maltese waters is what you're looking for, then Romola Beach makes a great choice. It's been designated a blue flag beach, a testament to the quality of the water and the facilities. Don't miss it off your Gozo itinerary. The often calm and pristine waters Romola Bay provide excellent conditions for swimming and snorkeling. Although Romola is one of the most popular beaches, its size means that even in summer there's usually plenty of room, so you'll have space to find your own spot or spread out and play beach games. Look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
I bet they're probably strict on people not taking any of the sand with them, so you'd have to sneak some out.
Yeah. Take a little bottle in my pocket, a little pill bottle. Scoop it out.
And that, no,
Look
the,
at the pretty rocks.
right, but the right-hand picture, that looks like Prince Edward Island.
I know. That's what I thought when I saw it.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Absolutely, it does.
Lovely.
And that, what a shot.
It's like turmeric.
It does. I never thought about that, but it does. And with the blue and then that green background.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's very striking.
And of course, no road trip is complete without a funny sign. Wendy, please drive carefully. Wendy must be a very bad driver to get her own sign. It's so good. How do you spell Wendy again? Shit. People will know what I'm trying to say. Oh. St. Martin's is only 244 kilometers from here. Right on. St. Martin's in general is freaking beautiful. We went there a few years ago for my birthday. One of my favorite places I've been. Nice. I wonder if they serve periwinkles there too. I could be. Maybe the backpack could have a speaker on it so you can tell the survivor this is a train. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for, and say it with me now. Click the button, Brent.
Say what now?
I clicked it, but I was not close enough. I clicked nothing. All right. Hardest part of the show for me. We talking about, it's stuff that's sugar free and it's low carb and blah blah blah, and that's good for this, and then this comes along. Are you kidding me? Cheez-Its going to make pizza. I mean, Cheez-Its are off the friggin' chain. They're so good, especially the extra cheddar ones. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hello.
Right.
It's partnered with Palermo Villa, a family-owned pizza company, to create frozen pizzas. And the 3 pizza varieties are Italian 4 cheese, original pepperoni, and cheddar jack supreme. I think they're all supreme. You don't like black olives, so you wouldn't.
No,
like
I
the
wouldn't eat
cheddar
that,
bites.
but I'd eat the other two.
Love black olives. I think they're great. So the Italian 4 cheese, blend of mozzarella, cheddar, and Parmesan and Romano. Original pepperoni includes pepperoni, mozzarella, cheddar, and marinara sauce. You'd be all over that because you like the old marinara.
I love marinara.
And the Jack Supreme has pepperoni, Italian sausage, peppers, olives, onions, cheddar, and Monterey Jack cheese, all on a Cheez-It crust. So the Cheez-Its are in the crust?
Yes.
Oh, good Lord, I put a pound on just thinking about it.
Yeah.
White cheddar Cheez-Its are good. Oh, they're so
They are.
good.
We like
They're
those.
all good.
Yeah.
The extreme ones, the white cheddar that have got like the ridges on
Yes.
them, and that's so good.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. Every bit of it.
All good.
What else is going on that's going to make me fat? There we go. Yeah, Pop-Tarts has decided that Pop-Tarts aren't enough, so they're going to do Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches and just straight up Pop-Tart ice cream. So you can take the ice cream sandwich and dip it in the Pop-Tarts ice cream.
That's a heck of an idea.
Right? Hey, listen, I didn't get this size without having some stupid ideas. If you've ever wanted to combine your breakfast and dessert, now's your chance. The ice cream sandwiches will be available in 3 flavors: frosted, brown, sugar, cinnamon. Hello. Frosted strawberry, I mean, that's the goat.
Mhm.
And frosted chocolate fudge, which is also the goat. There's 2 goats. The pints, meanwhile, will be available in the frosted brown sugar cinnamon, frosted strawberry, and frosted s'more flavors. The s'more ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
I really kind of like the original. I'm an OG type guy when it comes to Pop-Tarts. I'll eat any of them.
Oh yeah.
But those original flavors with the strawberry
Yeah.
and the chocolate and
Yeah. Real good stuff.
I remember as a kid you'd occasionally you'd put the chocolate ones in and they'd be in like a little too long and the edges would get a little bit burned.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Nah, it was because it
Excuse me,
caramelizes
that
the
flavor.
it
Yeah.
caramelizes the onion. It caramelizes the sugar in there, and it's. I mean, if they're too burnt, it's too bad. But just a little bit,
I know.
it's like that's good.
And
shit,
when
man.
you take them out, they're nice and hot, and that center of the chocolate.
Yeah, nice and hot. You of course,
Yummy.
you, immediately because we're all idiots when it comes to Pop-Tarts, you take it out, and you go, ha, 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 and you put it on the plate, and then you go, okay, I'm going to bite it. It just burned your fingers. Maybe let it sit on the plate for a second or two. Nah, I'm hungry. Okay, are you good? Where's my milk? Oh, my land. We didn't have any sort of guidance when it came to that stuff.
No.
It was just fuck around and find out.
Right.
That's what it was. You going to say anything to him? No, he'll figure it out.
That's the whole Gen X.
Ah, there. See, he went for some water. He won't do that again. He's going to do the same thing tomorrow morning. It's been 3 days in a row. He'll finally figure it out. Right? That's exactly.
It doesn't. Too bad.
We're Gen X, yeah. He'll either figure it out or he'll burn his mouth to the point that we'll take him to the emergency room. It's free healthcare. What do I care? Let the doctor tell him that he shouldn't be eating hot Pop-Tarts. Then he'll learn. I shouldn't say that. We were never put in any danger as kids unless we put ourselves in. Which was probably more often than we're willing to admit. Chocolate fudge is my favorite and s'mores are good. Yeah, right? Maureen says they all sound good, but the Italian 4 cheese, I'll just open my mouth and pour them in. Well, actually, you could cook that pizza and then you could cut it up in tiny little squares and pretend that you were eating
Right?
the cheese. Oh, frig.
Bite
What else
size.
have we got going on here? Okay. We're going from food to a raccoon, which still kind of ties together because raccoons like their food.
Yeah.
If you can't see the raccoon in that picture, which I think most people can, I kept it zoomed out so you could get the scope of how far up the building he was, but let's just bring that idiot up a little bit closer. So that's him right there on the side of the building. In Canada, a raccoon scaled the Ottawa Public Library main branch high-rise building on May the 22nd. People in an adjacent building watched it struggle up the facade from floors 13 to the roof successfully. Anyone got the number for Ace Ventura? Was offered a ladder from patrons at the adjacent building and said, no. Get away from me. Screw that. Does this mean that his name is Tom
Recruise.
oh, for frig's sakes. Tom Racruz. Or is it George
Cooney.
Cooney. Oh, geez. Stop it. They have no right being that funny. Special Forces trading Canadian geese for our Air Division raccoons for our covert ops, bear for infantry, and moose for cavalry. Elbows up. Best comment from the post. I work there. Believe me when I say they've let more dubious critters into the building than that. Update, the raccoon was safely trapped and rescued from the roof. So he's okay. He didn't fall to his bloody death or anything like that. But man, you talk about resilient.
Tenacious as well.
Like animals.
Right?
Like, and I'm assuming, like there had to be a reason. So I don't know whether he smelled something
Maybe.
and thought that's where it was coming from, or whether he was just hungry and he's like, well, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
And they've closed the
Well,
lids.
and if it's downtown or in a busy metropolis area,
Yeah.
he could be like, I got to get away from all this racket and
Right.
traffic and
Yeah.
whatnot, and I'll just go up.
Yeah.
But to go from floor 13, now I want to know where did he come from to floor 13? Did he get out on somebody's balcony? What, like,
Who knows?
right?
He may have just scaled the building. If it's got like that, like if there's downspouts.
I'm assuming there's like rough.
It's like a stucco type surface.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. So he just tenacious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go from here. I'm gonna jump over here. I'm gonna climb up there. He just Making my way
High five.
downtown,
Hang out.
up
Yep.
the building, gonna hang around. Diddly 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 dee. All right. That's enough of that. Trash was his reason, guaranteed.
Most likely.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of people go a long way for trash. See it happen a time or two. Now it's time for this.
The weird and wild wonders of the world.
Oh my land! All right, I was really confused. You're going to be too, but we'll get through it together. It's okay. The title of this is Mountain Chicken. Okay, here we go. So get the chicken in your mind. It's a mountain chicken, and here we go. Okay, I didn't pick the wrong picture. This is what's been given to me. Despite the name, the mountain chicken isn't a chicken. Okay, whew, thank goodness. And of course, nor is it a mountain. Instead, the mountain chicken is actually a species of frog, which is native to Dominica and Montserrat.
Yeah.
Also known as a giant ditch frog. I mean, I'm thinking at this point, mountain chicken's better.
Right?
The main reason for its local name of mountain chicken is it's said to taste like chicken, although the name could also be derived from its large size or its chicken-like squawking alarm call. Let's get some more pictures up here of these mountain chickens. There we go. There's another clucker. Mountain chickens are one of the world's largest species of frog, sometimes growing to over 7 inches long and weighing up to 2 pounds. Oof, that's a good sized chicken.
Yeah.
They vary in color, but are usually reddish brown and dark splotches and a creamy belly, which allows them to blend with leaf litter in their humid forest homes. Sadly, the large frog is now at risk of extinction and is listed as critically endangered, which probably makes them taste better. It's estimated that there are less than 50 alive in the wild. Whew, I guess that's endangered.
Yeah.
A combination of habitat destruction, invasive species, and hunting have contributed to its decline. But the main cause for the recent plummet in the numbers is a fungus, which is fatal. As spring brings heavy rains to its island home, the nights are filled with its croaking words of whoops and barks. The song is the male's warning call intended for other males and a love song intended for females. Okay.
What?
I'm just trying to envision a song that we have as humans, which is "I'll fight you," but it's interpreted by the females as to something
Yeah.
else.
Right?
A froggy couple work together to construct a nest. Try again, Brent. Instead of collecting building materials, the female produces her own by secreting a special fluid. She shits at the nest. The male kicks at the fluid with his hands and legs in a paddle-like motion. There's more reasons why they're extinct. Turning it into a shapeable foam. This whole process can take between 9 and 14 hours, 24 hours after the nest is complete. A skin develops over the structure, which allows it to support the female's weight. She then proceeds to lay her eggs in a nest, while the male watches for danger. Mountain chickens are doting and devoted parents. Once the eggs are nested in the foamy nest, the mother positions herself inside an adjacent burrow. From that moment until the day her eggs develop into froglets, she will rarely leave the burrow. Only doing so occasionally to feed, the male remains a few meters away to defend the perimeter from intruders. Once the larvae hatch, anywhere between 26 and 43 tadpoles, the mother will make sure they're comfortable by sweeping about the nest, redistributing the tadpoles, and renewing the foam. To keep her tadpoles fed, she provides them with her own unfertilized eggs, upwards of 10,000 to 25,000 eggs during their 45 days of larval development. Once the tadpoles metamorphosis and hop from the nest as little froglets, the female's duty is done for the season, while the male may go on to sire another batch of offspring with a different female. The mountain chicken is a voracious eater with an impressive appetite and unfussy carnivorous palate. It hops around using its muscular hind legs, able to leap over a person's head, or 2 meters, 6.5 feet horizontally in search of anything edible. It likes its food crunchy insects, centipedes, spiders, even tarantulas, slimy snails and other frogs, or meaty snakes and small mammals such as bats. If it can be swallowed whole, this frog will probably eat it. That's crazy.
It's the foam.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks like shaving cream.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the nest?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because there's the little froglets.
Yeah.
Just losing their tails.
Yep.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
That one looks like it's in some sort of a...
They do have some in a zoo. This is probably one of the zoos.
I was going to say, because that's a pipe coming out
Yeah,
there.
because they're trying to conserve the numbers and rebuild the numbers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Kind of fascinating.
All right, I got comments. I know I got comments. Go check your comments. Used to climb up to my dad's patio. It's a cement wall. Not sure how they did it, but there was a whole family that he used to feed. He even grabbed one of the babies, and Mama wasn't happy. They, it's crazy what animals can do when they have motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, the same can be said for humans when they have motivation, but some of us start lacking motivation after a while.
Right.
All right. That leads us right into Stupid Criminal. We'll be right back.
In Woodstock, weekenders are represented by two separate groups: those who tune into the NightCap with Brent and Patty, and the criminals who don't. These are their stories.
All right, let's look out the Stupid Criminals. Now, I'm going to throw a disclaimer out there. We like having fun on the show. This was submitted by Michael, and Patty said, tell me what you think. This is the premise of what happened. And I'm like, we got to be careful. So I wanted to talk about it so that I could make fun of the criminals, but I would also like to say that we feel terrible for the victim.
Yeah.
He survived, albeit he's going to have a long road to recovery. So our emphasis will be on, you'll see why. You'll see why. Let's just bring up the picture. A 28-year-old Ohio woman in a polyamorous relationship with 5 men allegedly ordered them to kidnap and torture a man who she falsely accused of breaking her arm. Martina Jones, 28, and her husband Michael Esquita,
Something like that.
28, and boyfriends Aaron Bradshaw, 49, Austin Bradshaw, 23, David Cessna, 26, and Chance Johnson, 27, are facing multiple serious charges over the kidnapping. Jones is said to share multiple children with the group of men, according to the Kansas Star. Jones shares multiple children with the group of men, 2 of whom are brothers. Police said the 26-year-old victim was kidnapped on March the 14th and held against his will for over a week at the Red Roof Inn in Maumee, Ohio, about 115 miles west of Cleveland. He was brutally beaten with a baseball bat, struck with fists and elbows. He was stomped on and was on the ground. Stomped on when he was on the ground, which resulted in multiple fractured bones. He was also forced to stand for extended periods and given food and water just once daily. According to police, investigators say the captive was shockingly only allowed about 10 hours of sleep during the entire 7-day nightmare. That's rough on you.
It
right
is,
there.
yeah.
Victim told police that the horrific ordeal began after a dogfight broke out at Jones' home. When he and Jones attempted to break up the brawl, she suffered a broken arm in the chaos. Instead of explaining what truly happened, Jones allegedly falsely blamed the victim for breaking her arm. According to police reports, this lie allegedly is what sparked her lover's brutal revenge. The victim was rescued only when his captors allowed him a brief trip to a nearby Speedway convenience store on March 21st, as reported by Fox 8. During the moment of freedom, he managed to make contact with someone who then alerted his mother. His mother immediately rushed to the Red Roof Inn to rescue her son. Police were called to the scene. Officers obtained warrants, placed the hotel under surveillance, and later arrested all 6 suspects before they could flee the area. The victim was rushed to hospital with minor injuries covering his entire body, although he's expected to make a full recovery. All 6 suspects were indicted on charges including 1 count of kidnapping, 3 counts of felonious assault, and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. The 6 suspects faced a judge on Monday in Toledo. Each had their bond set at a hefty $200,000. Now you may be thinking to yourself, wow, she's gathered up this, like a husband and a bunch of lovers, and she's had a bunch of kids, and they just sort of, you know, they do her bidding. Like, she must be like a knockout, right? Wrong. Yep, that's that. When you hear the word Motley Crue, not talking about the band, talking about the actual, you know, that's a motley crew of people.
Yeah.
That is exactly what you'll find in the dictionary
Right?
if you look up what a motley crew is. That's a motley crew. And I can tell you right now that she's looking to speak to the manager at every restaurant she goes to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not a Karen. She's the next stage, the next evolution of Karen. And I mean,
The gentleman to her, well, left for us. This is her husband.
well, people are looking at the same screen mirror, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So to the left, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's her husband. The rest are all her little boyfriends.
Okay. And the upper right-hand corner and the next one over her. So the younger guy in the upper right, and then immediately to his left. Those are the brothers, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I expected it to be.
I
I thought it was going to be her husband and a brother-in-law.
Yeah.
No.
On the far left. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, the young fellow in the upper right, you know,
He's the best looking one of the bunch.
Really?
That's not saying a whole lot.
it's but looks can be deceiving,
Mhm.
right? I mean, what? How does one get there?
Desperation.
She has a husband.
Drugs.
Maybe
Insanity.
she has a
Just
husband,
Dumb.
and then at some point, she went, look, I love you and all, and I love our children, but you're not enough. And I don't mean that, you know, I'm not looking to replace you. I'm not looking to leave you. But I'd like to add to our little love nest. And Buddy thinks it over and probably goes, I mean, what else can I do? I don't want to start over again. I'm lucky to have her. All right, so what are you thinking? Like just somebody occasionally, or are you going to go on dates? No, we're going to move them in. Have you already met this person? No. Well, kind of, sort of. Yeah, we've been dating for a year. What? I'm sorry, but again, I want us to all be together. And then she sets those two down one day and goes, look, boys, things have been fun. But I found somebody to add to the mix. Like, there's got to be a point
Conversation.
where the original husband goes, are you done yet? We don't have any spare rooms. They're all full. We finished the basement. It's full. Like, what do you, and do they all have jobs? Are they all bringing in paychecks? Is she just rolling in the lap of luxury? Is it their toilet paper budget has got to be through the roof or
Something on municipal.
or out the sewer? Right? Because they'd have to have the sewer sucked like once a month.
Right.
I mean, how do you? And then
Then to add two.
I mean, it shows their brain power because.
And then to bring 2 brothers in.
Oh, I'll bet they showed up the same day.
Probably.
Yeah. She met them at a bar.
Yeah.
And went, I got a deal for you boys.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have brothers, and they're thinking, hot day, it's our lucky night. And then, to top it all off, how'd you break your arm? I got to an argument with one of our neighbors, and he broke my arm. Like, she's just looking for trouble at that point in time.
Yeah. she probably propositioned him to be number 7. He was like, nah, bitch, I'm good. And she was offended.
How dare you turn me down? Ma'am, I am a married man. And? Bring her along with you. We got one room left. We want to fill it. We'll put some tents in the backyard if we run out of room.
Just build between the 2 houses, add another room.
And what was the end goal for
I
this
have
poor
no
guy? Thank goodness he got rescued.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
His mother for the win.
Right?
I bet you she went down there.
Oh, I bet she did. She was smart to call the cops first because it could have been way worse.
Yep.
But yeah, holy cow. What an ordeal. I feel terrible for this guy
Right?
because he certainly did not deserve that.
No.
I don't, like, that's...
He'd be having some,
He'll have a hard time sleeping.
yeah.
He'll,
I'd be moving.
no, you don't have to. They're moving.
Oh, I know, but I wouldn't want I wouldn't even want to look at that house.
Yeah. I mean, somebody else is going to move in.
Yeah, it don't matter. I just want to be gone. And then it was me.
See, I would feel like they win
Or
if
at
you
least
move
burn
out.
it.
Well, buy it if you can afford it, and then just level it. Yeah,
There you go. Put a pool in.
Yeah. I mean, he could sue them, but I don't imagine
Chicken coop.
They're not.
They're probably a lot cleaner.
Oh, what is wrong with people?
I don't know. A lot.
Bottom right guy looks not too bad if he's cleaned up a bit. Yeah, he didn't look too bad. He had a decent looking face. Doesn't even look like they have one brain cell to even share amongst all 6. The Walmart brand of the Manson family.
Best comment.
Cast of the movie Deliverance. Quite the harem. Oh, frig. Opposite to Sister Wives. Her milkshake brings all the boys to the prison yard. Oh, frig.
And I feel bad for the children because they're going to be a bunch of confused little buggers.
Chunky milkshake curds. The husband doesn't mind. The more she gets from someone else, the less he'll have to do. I never thought about that angle. Yeah. She's like, hey, I was thinking about, having another... Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, you should. Yeah, okay, calm down, cowboy.
I'm tired.
Right? You got me wore out. Oh, my land. Unbelievable. Like I said, I was a little bit like, man, that poor guy was... Well, he's still alive. It's a feel-good story at the end because his mom goes and rescues him. You know what I mean?
But here's the weird part. When I was getting all the information...
Oh, we're going to get to the weird part now?
They were letting him out to go to the convenience store.
Well, I mean, do we have to go back to the picture? I mean, this is what we're dealing with, right?
Right. I mean, why didn't he skip out sooner? Were they going with him?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly hope that somebody looks at this and goes, call Melissa McCarthy. We got a comedy movie we're going to make. Right? And then you just get the best cast ever.
Yep.
For all the guys. And then who are they kidnapping? So Melissa McCarthy is Mama. She's the head of the whole thing.
Yep.
But who's the next door neighbor? It's got to be a legend.
Yeah.
Because it
could even be Ben, her husband, could be the next door neighbor. That would be hilarious.
I mean, that would work, but I'm thinking more of like, what's his face from Happy Gilmore?
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is the next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Because right?
Yeah.
Because you
Steve
have
Buscemi.
the first part. The first part of the movie is the arguing back and forth, and then he's having conversations with friends, and you see her moving in another guy, and moving in another guy.
He's watching like.
He's watching like what? And somebody goes, did she swap out to get? No, she keeps moving him in. What do you mean? Well, she started with a husband, and now she's got 2 boyfriends, and they just stay. Well, how do you know they're boyfriends, dude? I hear things. Right? Like you just. And then she gets them all moved in, and then the whole thing erupts. They kidnap him, take him to the Red Roof Inn.
Who's looking after all those children at this point?
Well, she got enough built-in housekeepers. I mean,
I suppose. Yeah.
no, you can't go to work today. You got to look after the kids. Ah, damn it!
You're going to the motel. You're going to be
Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh my man!
To make that guy pay for breaking my arm.
I'm telling you, Tenacious D character could be one of the boyfriends.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, Simon Pegg, John Goodman. Oh man, there's a snake in my boot. I'm going off your cowboy comment. Oh. There isn't a mattress on earth that could hold all that action. Maureen says it make a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay attention, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Pay attention. And to make yourself feel better, fix him.
Yeah.
Ant on the table. He's now underneath.
All the sugar.
He's not probably.
Yeah.
And the liquor.
Yes.
He'll be drunk before we get rid of him. Yeah, that's be so good. And then you could do a part 2 somehow. I don't know how. Hollywood loves to make more money,
Right.
so they can do part 2. So get on it. Anybody in Hollywood that's watching this show, and if you're not, you should be because we're fantastic. I should probably take the list of names and get
You
out of here.
should.
It's like 10:15.
Right.
People have got shit to do.
We're running behind.
Right? Yeah, that's
Or
my
head or...
that's my fault. No, behind. Well, we're running over.
Yeah, there we go.
My show runneth over. Big thank you guys for watching us live and everybody that watches us afterwards. Thank you to Becky and James and Ken and Michael and Lauren and Maureen and Christina and Shelley and Leslie. Thank you guys so
and
much.
Mom and Dad. I forgot to put them down.
And Doug and Kathy, that's right. Thank you so very, very much. We will definitely see you next week.
Yep.
We'll be here the whole month of June.
Yes.
And then we'll take a little hiatus. I am going to try to get some more intros and
Campfire season.
some more campfire season. That's
Yep.
the other thing. Try to get some more updates done to the show like we did last
Yes,
year.
yeah.
That worked
Tweaks
well,
and stuff, yeah.
and that gave us time to
Yeah.
work with things. I've learned
Right.
a lot more about Da Vinci, so I'll be able to spruce some things up
Exactly,
a
yeah.
little bit better. So, all right, perfect. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, stay fresh, cheese
Have a
bags.
great night.
We hoped you had fun, but now we must run. But we'll see you all next Friday. We thought you should know that you make the show, 'cause without you there wouldn't be one. So take